I'm sorry we couldn't be together yesterday and today or tomorrow. There's so many kids. Well, hello. There's so many kids sick. Yes, and who is this dancing? What? Oh, hold still, Mr. D. This is Mr. D. He was ready to come today and show you his dazzling dance. His name is Diego, and he has a dazzling dance. I gotta hold him still. Mr. D, yes, you're gonna see your other friends. When they come back to school next week, we'll see you all, and you'll meet Mr. D with his dazzling dance. I have to hold his feet. Remember, we met Dee Dee Dear this week on Monday and Tuesday, didn't we? Dee Dee Dear, duh. We use our fingers for our ears. We say Dee Dee Dear, duh. There's Dee Dee Dear reaching up for the leaves to eat. See her big body? She is a doe, isn't she? A doe is a mother or a female deer. Dee Dee Dear. She doesn't have horns. And here's Dee Dee Dear. There are always two letters, aren't there? This is the big D. The Dee Dee Dear says duh. And this is Dee Dee Dear's letter D. Yes, Mr. D. Oh, Mr. D, you'll have to hold your dazzling dancing feet, okay? Thank you, Mr. D. You're gonna have a turn in just a minute. Thank you for cooperating. Cooperate is our word, our cookie word, isn't it? And when Mr. D helps me, then we are cooperating. Thank you, Mr. D. He has to hold those dazzling feet still. Okay. We're going to do calendar today and numbers here at the big rug, like we do when you're in school. But you're going to watch from home, so it's a little bit different. And I hope your mommy and daddy picked up your work packet at school. And you're going to do your work at home. Mr. D has some work for you. I'm holding his dazzling dancing feet. Mr. D, you have some D work for the children, don't you? All right, so you do all your wonderful work at home, and I know mommy and daddy or your babysitter, your grandma, or your grandpa, they're gonna help you. You'll get to color and cut, and yes, I'd love to see the work. Would you, Mr. D? Yes. Mr. D and Dee Dee Dear, Miss Emily, she's filming right now. We would love to see your work if you bring it back to school, all right? There's lots of things for today, yesterday, and tomorrow, and you can work on it on the weekend too. We'll see you on Monday. But let's go to the calendar. Oh, before we go to the calendar, if you've been sick and away from school, Mr. D wasn't here yesterday. Look, Mr. D, hold your dazzling dancing feet for a minute. This is our hair graph. And all the kids picked a square. They looked in the mirror and they decided, what color is my hair? And they used a square and picked the color. So if you have kind of yellow hair or light hair like Mrs. Bo, you picked a yellow square. Some kids picked brown because they have brown hair like Miss Emily. And look, Mr. D, two little girls had black hair in our class. Yes, so we can tell by our graph. So many children have brown hair. And some more have yellow, but not quite as many as the brown. Here's 10, a big row of 10, a tower of 10, and some more. That's a lot, isn't it, Mr. D? Oh, it makes his feet go dancing, doesn't it? Diego, look at the two black ones. There's not many kids have black, do they? Now, boys and girls, if you were not in school to do this, when we get back, we want to know your color. So don't worry if you've been sick. We're sad, and we prayed for you if you were sick at school. And we hope everyone will be back on Monday or Tuesday with the little kids. And we will do your color hair. And we'll see, is brown going to be the most, do you think? What do you think, Mr. D? There's his little D on the back of his dazzling outfit for dancing. Mr. D, do you think most kids in our class have yellow? You don't know yet, do you? You don't, because, why, of course, Mr. D. Mr. D has not met all of you yet. Right. Do you not talk, Mr. D? Miss A talks and Mr. B talks. And are you a little shy today? Sometimes children are very quiet in school, aren't they? Mr. D's a little quiet. Maybe when you come, he'll start talking. Do you think? Okay, Mr. D. He sure has dazzling, dancing feet. And when you, maybe tomorrow we'll listen to his song. All right, he has a dancing song. We'll listen to that. Let's do our calendar, okay? Mr. D, I'm gonna hold you right here, and I'm gonna hold your feet still. And boys and girls, you know what we do. Let's do it together. The season is fall. Yeah, summer's gone. Did somebody say summer? Because it is fall, isn't it? The leaves are starting to die. Yes, they change colors, you're right. But that's kind of sad. Even though they're beautiful, colored leaves mean they're starving and they're dying. They're not getting as much food. That's what happens in the fall. Summer is gone and the days grow cold. You know that little song, don't you? The month is September. Can you say it? September. Good job. And the year is 2021. Good. Let's put Tuesday down because that was the last time everyone was in school on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Mrs. Vogt did not make a video on Wednesday, and nobody was here on Wednesday. Miss Emily and Mrs. Vogt were here cleaning and making work packets so you could do some fun work at home and keep learning even though you're not in school. We're going to keep learning, and next week we'll go right on to a new letter. So, oh, that's right, Mr. D. You know who comes after you, your good friend. Yeah, we'll wait till next week to meet him. 2021, so let's put down Wednesday and keep going and figure out what today is. Let's see. Yesterday we have to put up 29. Nobody was here yesterday, so let's put that up. Oh, there's a bell. The bells still ring even though there are no children here. Did you hear that bell with your ears? Yes. Okay, so now we're all caught up, and let's see what today is, the day that you're watching. Let's count how many days in September. Mr. D, we're almost finished with September. I'm sure glad you're here because if there were no kids here, it would be hard to teach. And I'm glad you're at home watching so that we can pretend that we're still in school together working. Let's count. Now this is a lot. If you can count with me, show Mom and Dad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have 5 fingers up? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Uh-oh, we're out of fingers. Bundle them up. Show Mom and Dad. They go in your tens place. 10. Now we start over. God only gave us 10 fingers, so we have to put them away in our tens place. 11, 12, 13. I'm holding Mr. D very still so he doesn't start dancing. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I bet you have another 10. Bundle them up. We need more fingers. Put them in your tens place. Now we have 2 10s. 20. Keep going. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We have another 10. That's 30. That's 3 10s we've had now. Bundle them up. Put them in your tens place. And this is what 30 looks like because we don't have any little ones left over. 30 days in September. Wow, this month just flew by. It seems like we just started with Garrett's birthday. Let's move this one up here. Remember when it was Garrett's birthday here? And we had more birthdays. Calendars mark special days like birthdays and dentist appointments and haircuts. Did you notice Mrs. Vogt got a haircut? Yesterday, my calendar said haircut at home, so I knew it was my haircut day because calendars mark special days. Let's see what day of the week it is up by this 30. 3 tens, 30. That's a big number. Tomorrow, we're going to say goodbye to September. Actually, we should say goodbye to September today because tomorrow is the new month. Goodbye, September. Goodbye, birthdays. Goodbye, when school first began and we had teddy bear days. Goodbye, September. It was fun in September. But now we even had a teddy bear picnic. Remember our picnic? But now we're moving on. Tomorrow, I wonder what that will be after September. January, February, March, and April. May and June and July, August, September, October. Oh, some of you kids from last year, you know the song. Yeah, October will come tomorrow. We'll say hello to the month of Halloween and trick-or-treating. We're excited about that. That starts tomorrow. Goodbye, September. Let's see. Is it Sunday? No. Miss Emily, is it Monday?
No.
No. Do you hear Miss Emily, boys and girls? Boys and girls, help Miss Emily. Is it Tuesday?
No.
Is it Wednesday?
No.
No. Is it Thursday?
Yes.
Yay! We know that the 30 came under Thursday. Miss Emily's so smart. And here's Thursday. Give me a TH. TH. Give me a URS. URS. Give me a DAY. DAY. What does that spell? Thursday. What's that spell? Thursday. Everybody yell Thursday. Yay! Thursday. I hope you're showing your mom and dad what we do in school. It's kind of fun to make these videos because mom and dad aren't at school, are they? Mr. D, whoops, we dropped it, Mr. D. Mr. D's learning what we do in school too. So there's Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. That's the first day of October. So we'll be back on Friday. But every day we come to school, we have a weather watcher. The leader of the day goes and looks out at the weather. Mr. D, Diego, Mr. D, did you already look out at the weather for us? Can you tell us what it was? Is it sunny or windy? Oh, he's going right over here with his dancing feet. It's sunny today. It's a beautiful day. I hope sometime today you went outside and played too. It's sunny today. So let's go over to our weather graph. Oh, you big kids know we do graphing all the time, and we're making the graph of our weather. But, oh, I know, Mr. D, there is a problem, isn't there? Oh, if we do sunny, there's not enough room on their graph, is there? Oh, no. Let's see if we can squeeze one more, because it's sunny today. All right. We're following a pattern, a pattern, a pattern. We're following a pattern. Can you tell me what it is? Blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. Yes, blue. All right. Here's what we're going to have to do to solve our problem. We're going to have to go right off the top of our graph. Oh my goodness, look how many sunny days we've had since school began. Oh, we've had beautiful days. Thank you, God, for the beautiful sunshine. We had a little bit of rain that helps things grow in September and end of August. And we had some cloudy days. Did we have any snowy days? No snow yet, because it's not winter. But very soon we'll get some snowy days and get to go sledding. That will be fun. Oh, we've had a beautiful month. Thank you, God, for the beautiful weather and sunny days. Weather Bear's still wearing his sunglasses. Oh, Mr. D wanted to give him a high five. Yay. But pretty soon, Weather Bear will have to wear a jacket and change your split-flops, Weather Bear. Let's do that this weekend. Put some shoes on you. Good thing you have a furry body to stay warm. He has his summertime clothes, doesn't he? We'll have to put some fall things on. Let's go down here and then we'll end our calendar time and we'll go on over later and read a story. Mr. D has a donut shop game for us to play with our numbers today. Parents, when we come to calendar, we usually do songs and poems and activities and numbers right here at the Rugged calendar time. So it's kind of our math time too, isn't it, Mr. D? We have a fun time over here. So this is, hey, you're right. Are you saying yummy, yummy at home, yummy in my tummy? Those are donuts. Let's pretend we have a donut shop and we're gonna go to the, oh, you do? You love to get donuts? Do you go to the donut shop or the bakery? Yes, and you get donuts. Let's count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mr. D with his dazzling dancing feet. He's knocking them over. But I have to hold your, I will hold his dazzling dancing feet. 6. There. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Let's use our fingers and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you doing it with us? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 donuts. Okay, now this is our little rhyme. It goes like this. Down, dear, down. Down on the corner at the donut shop, there were 10 little donuts, yummy, with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D, and he took one of those donuts. Let's see, what does it say? Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took an orange donut, and he ran away. He has a penny to pay for his donuts. I wish you were here, boys and girls, because I would be picking Addie, and I would be picking, let's see, Bailey or Beckham or Nevaeh. I would be picking you to come take a donut. When you come back, we'll play this game, okay, Mr. D? And we'll pick kids to take a donut. So now, how many donuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 little donuts at the donut shop. All the 9 little donuts have sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took a pink donut and he ran away. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 little donuts at the donut shop. 8 little donuts with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took a bright yellow donut and he ran away. Now how many donuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little donuts at the donut shop. 7 little donuts, yummy, with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took a tan. Ooh, look at that yummy color. A tan donut, and he ran away. Mr. D, you get to do it all today. Next time, though, I like how you're cooperating. Next time, we'll let the kids have a turn. Okay, Mr. D. 6 little donuts at the donut shop. 6 little donuts with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he bought a chocolate brown donut and he ran away. Yummy. How many donuts are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should we keep going? 5 little donuts at the donut shop. 5 little donuts with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, And he took a white donut and he ran away. 4 little donuts at the donut shop. 4 little donuts with sprinkles on top. Along came Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took a red donut and he ran away. Yummy. Are they all good, Mr. D? How many left, boys and girls? Can you tell without even counting? Yes, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 little donuts at the donut shop. 3 little donuts with sprinkles on top. Along comes Mr. D with a penny to pay, and he took a green donut and he ran away. 2 little donuts at the donut shop. Along, and they all have what? Sprinkles on top, right? Along comes Mr. D with a penny to pay. He took a purple donut and he ran away. Dear donut. Donuts. We had donuts for Zero the Hero Day. If you weren't here on Zero the Hero Day, maybe you can have your donut. Because we had another 10 days of school. Which reminds me, we have to do that when we're all done before we end for today. 1 more donut though. 1 little donut at the donut shop. 1 little donut with sprinkles on top. Along comes Mr. D with a penny to pay. And he took that little blue donut. And what does he do? Run away. Oh, you've got lots of donuts. How many are left, boys and girls? 0. That's right, 0. None. All right, Mr. D, you stay here and keep eating your donuts for a minute. We're going to go back. Look, boys and girls, I bet some of you at home were saying, Mrs. Bo, don't forget to put a counting stick in. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you at home. Mom and Dad, or brothers and sisters, every day we put a counting stick in. So we know how many days we've been coming to school. And we put a body on our caterpillar now. And every day our caterpillar is growing. We have been to school 20 days. We have 2 tens in our tens place. When we had 10 counting sticks, Zero the Hero came. And he brought us a treat shaped like a 0. Because there's a 0 at the end of 10. There's a 0. Remember, we had a 0 candy, a Lifesaver chewy candy. That was 10 days of school. And yesterday we finally had 10 more. So we bundled them up. We put them in our tens place. That's right. What did we have at home for Zero the Hero? What did he bring? Dear donuts. Yes, he did. He brought donuts. So now we have 2 tens. And see how there's a 0 on the end? There's no counting sticks because we bundled them up when we got to 10 and we put them in our tens place. And do you remember yesterday our leader of the day, Logan, circled 20? We've had a 1 row of 10 and we had a 0 treat. And then after we had 10 more and got to 20, 0 came again. So that's 20. And here we are today. It's another day of school. Even though you aren't here, you're going to do schoolwork and you're working with Mrs. Vogt. So we're going to put 1 in for 21. That would be for yesterday because you have schoolwork at home from the first day. Your mom and dad picked it up and you probably did some of that work already. So that was yesterday. That was 21. And our leader would have circled 21. Don't worry, if you were the leader, you get to be the leader. We won't miss your day. When you come back, the next person after Logan will get to be the leader. I put it on the new calendar. So there's 21, and we have to get 21. Mrs. Bodo, find it. Let's get 21 on our calendar. And I'm not sure where my putty is right now, so we'll find our putty. I think I'm taking it home to do a project for school. There's 21. See how it matches? 21. 2 10s in the tens place and one more. But now that we're here today, that was for yesterday. Now that we're here on Thursday, we have to put another counting stick in. Let's put one more. What comes after 1? Let's count 1, 2. There you go. Good job. Oh, I love these kinds of numbers. There's the 2. Look, it's the number 21, 22. I hear you at home. Good job, Garrett. I hear Hudson. I hear Adeline and Addie's and our Collins. All of you at home, you're helping me. Thank you. 22. 2 10s and 2 1s. They both have 2 in their pockets. 2 in the 1s place, 2 in the 10s place. Which one is more sticks, though? 2 10s or 2 little 1s? Which one has more sticks? You guys are so smart on 22 days of school. You know 2 10s has more. 2 10s is more than 2 little 1s. Yeah, this is 20, isn't it? 2 10s is a lot more than just 2 little 1s. 22. So we're going to circle 22 days of school. We're getting so smart. 22 days we've been coming. We know all the things to do in school. We know how to cooperate, work together, and learn. And here's the number 22. So we'll put that up here. Okay, Mrs. Vogt will have to find her putty. I wish you were here to help me with the putty. So, come back in a little bit. You can hear today's wonderful story and see Mr. Dazzling D again with our story time. We'll see you in a little while.